I Love You, Grumpy Bunny by Justine Korman, illustrated by Lucinda McQueen. It was the day before Valentine's Day, and Hopper the Bunny was even grumpier than usual. All his Kinder Bunny students at Easter Bunny Elementary School were shrieking with glee as they made messy valentines for their friends and families. "Who needs candy and flowers and all that sappy stuff?" Hopper grumbled to himself. "I can't wait until Valentine's Day is over. It's the corniest holiday of the year." When Hopper was leaving the school that day, Coach Cornelius bounded up to him. Coach was one of the school's 2 gym teachers. "Hey, Hopper," he called in a booming voice, "will you help me make a valentine for Marigold? You're smart about stuff like that." Marigold was the other gym teacher at the school. Hopper hated the whole idea of valentines, but he didn't know how to say no to Coach. "Oh, all right," the grumpy bunny sighed. "What do you want to—" Just then Hopper heard a voice as sweet as a spring breeze. Lilac, the music teacher, was singing as she hopped down the school steps. She was always singing, humming, or laughing. Hopper thought Lilac was the most wonderful bunny in the world. "Goodbye, Coach," said Lilac. "Have a great afternoon," Hopper added sweetly. Hopper wanted to say something, but all he could do was blush until Lilac was gone. "So what should I say in my valentine?" Coach asked Hopper. "Well, let's start with the basics," said Hopper. "What do you like about Marigold?" Coach thought for a second. "She's lots of fun," he said. Hopper sighed. "Can you be more specific?" he asked. "I mean, if I was writing a valentine to, say, Lilac, I would talk about the way she gets everyone to sing, even the shyest Kinder Bunnies, or the way she tilts her ears when she's listening, or the way her laugh sounds like music." Hopper's voice trailed off dreamily. Coach chuckled. "Maybe you should write a valentine too." "Who, me? Never," Hopper scoffed. "Besides, there's no way someone like Lilac would ever want to be my valentine." "You'll never find out if you don't ask her," Coach said. "You know what I always say? Try, 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 win." "Don't coach me, Coach," Hopper grumbled. "Besides, I thought I was supposed to be helping you." Coach shrugged. "Okay," he said. "So how do I tell Marigold she's fun?" "Flowers, candy," Hopper suggested. Coach bounced his basketball and said, "Marigold doesn't like that stuff any more than I do." Hopper snapped his fingers. "I've got it. Let's write a valentine on the basketball." Coach grinned. "You are smart, but what can I say?" Hopper thought for a minute. "How about this? You're my favorite gal of all. You're more fun than basketball." Coach was so happy he punched Hopper on the arm, then gave him a high five. "That's perfect. Thanks, Hopper. You're a real poet," Coach said. With that he jumped out of the house, leaving Hopper a little confused and a bit squished. "A poet? Me? Well, maybe I could give it a try," Hopper thought. So he wrote a valentine to Lilac. Hopper was surprised to find that making a valentine was actually fun. He even trimmed it with lace and added glitter and a bow. Now Hopper couldn't wait for Valentine's Day, when he could give Lilac his wonderful card. The next morning Hopper happily skipped to school. He ran inside early and bumped right into Lilac. Hopper wanted to give her the valentine. He wanted to say, "Will you be mine?" But instead he just stood there, frozen with fear and quiet as a carrot. "Happy Valentine's Day, Hopper," Lilac sang as she hopped into her classroom. "I was just surprised to see her," Hopper thought. "I'll give Lilac the valentine at lunch." But by lunchtime, Hopper had grown even more nervous. In fact, he was so nervous he tripped and dropped his tray with a loud crash. Several school bunnies burst out laughing, but Lilac didn't laugh. She gave Hopper half her sandwich. Hopper was too nervous to eat, and much too nervous to give Lilac the valentine. "I'm too nervous even to talk," Hopper said to himself. But then Hopper had a great idea. "I don't have to ask Lilac to be my valentine," he thought. "I'll just sneak the card into her classroom and leave it for her." He jumped up and hurried out of the lunchroom. Luckily, the music room was empty. Hopper put the valentine on Lilac's music stand. She was sure to see it there. Suddenly Hopper had a thought, and he felt nervous all over again. What if someone else saw the Valentine too? Or what if Lilac thought it was dumb? Or what if... Hopper grabbed the Valentine and crumbled it up. Then he tossed it in the trash. Who am I kidding? He grumbled to himself. No one would want to be my Valentine. Hopper was so busy grumbling, he didn't even notice Lilac coming down the hall. Hopper was especially grumpy the rest of the day. After school came the worst part of all, the Valentines Day Party. Hopper looked around at all the pretty decorations and happy school bunnies exchanging cards and sharing pink cupcakes. His bottom lip trembled a little as he mumbled, "Valentine's Day stinks." Then Lilac stepped up on the stage and sat down at the piano. "I have a special treat for you today," she announced. "This is an original Valentine's Day song written by a very talented bunny." Lilac began to play. "Your voice is sweet like candy treats," she sang. Hopper's ears perked up at the very first line. It was his Valentine to Lilac. She had set his poem to music. Hopper felt himself blushing from head to toe. He also felt as if he would burst with pride, especially at the end of the song, when the school bunnies clapped and Lilac winked at him. After the applause, Hopper walked up to Lilac shyly. "I guess you found my card," he said with an embarrassed grin. "Yes," said Lilac sweetly. "It was beautiful." "I wanted to, ask you something," said Hopper. "Would you, be my, Valentine?" Lilac grinned. "I thought you'd never ask." As Hopper and Lilac left the school together, they saw Coach and Marigold playing basketball. "Hi, guys," called Coach. While his back was turned, Marigold sneaked by him toward the basketball. "Yes," shouted Marigold, watching the ball swish through the hoop. 2 points. All the bunnies laughed. Hopper smiled at Lilac, who smiled back at him. The grumpy bunny had never felt so ungrumpy. Valentine's Day turned out to be pretty wonderful after all, Hopper said to himself that night. In fact, Hopper was so happy that he made up a new verse for the Easter Bunny pledge. "Who cares if Valentines are sappy as long as they make someone happy? And every bunny ought to know a Valentine will help love grow."